Speaking of people who are big on freedom of speech and their own personal freedom of speech, Michael Savage. We haven't talked about Michael Savage on the show recently, and for a while we were hearing from him just about every day, just about on every show. And it seems for some reason in the last couple of months or last year, I don't know if his listenership has actually gone down, but we know that he's getting older. Maybe he is not quite as listened to anymore, and we just haven't heard from him as much lately.
What does that tell you about the loving, kind lesbian who just assaulted you in your car?
So I get a Google alert. I have a Google alert set up with my name, so anytime somebody links to our show or there's an article written or a blog post, I can take a look at it, see what people are saying. And I got one in my email, and when I clicked on the link, it was a clip of a guy calling into the Michael Savage show and Savage going off on him. I'll actually play it for you.
Las Vegas, Dan, go ahead, please. You're on the Savage Nation.
Yeah, Michael, all you do is you badmouth Obama saying he would not be a good president when all the...
Well, hold it. I just gave you a reason. What do you mean all I do? I'm not speaking in generalities. I'm speaking specifics.
You just said you don't think that him saying gay should be equal, would not be a good thing. Why would you say that? Are you homophobic?
Oh, are you now, or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? Who the heck do you think you are? Who do you think you are, asking a question like that? You're telling me you want our children to be told that it's okay to be gay? You want them lectured every day that it's okay for a boy to lay down with a boy and a girl with a girl? You think that's what children should be learning in school?
Okay, so nothing in there referring to me. I had no idea what was going on. So I start reading down the page, and you know how you can comment? You can just put comments and people can respond to those comments, and it just reads down the page. Second comment down, it says the following: I'm sick of the word homophobic. What an idiot. David Pakman treated me exactly the same way, in my opinion, calling me 10 deviants away from the norm, simply because I abhor, A-B-H-O-R-E, by the way, I abhor faggots, which is what they are. He quoted from my page and made fun of me in one of his videos. I think it was called Anti-Gay Hatred. Type that and you'll find it. Needless to say, and then he just goes on with more that we can't even read on terrestrial radio. This is a guy who has been trolling our YouTube channel and just putting up anything related to gay rights, homophobia. Paul Cameron, Barney Frank, he'll show up and just start commenting. And now he's actually commenting on other sites that I treated him poorly. What I did was I read his comment. If his comment wasn't well received, then that's his fault. I'm only treating him as poorly as his spelling, honestly. I abhor, A-B-H-O-R-E, and 10 deviants. What does that mean? He's 10 deviants away from the norm. I think I was talking about standard deviation or something like that. So we have someone here, what we can only call an internet troll, that is now even bringing Michael Savage's guests into the circle of madness that he's involved in. I don't know. Good for him, you know.
Whatever floats your boat, buddy.
Whatever works for him. He also in the comments that were made about this Michael Savage clip, people went on to make arguments about Christianity, and they were carrying on with religious talk. Which, by the way, speaking of Joe Biden, this is kind of an odd thing. Kay Burley, who is somewhat of a well-known journalist in the UK, she said that she couldn't figure out. I guess it was Ash Wednesday. And I don't know what Ash Wednesday is, but I know that sometimes if you follow that, if you are so inclined to observe Ash Wednesday, I'm tripping up my words here because I have no idea what Ash Wednesday is or what even the right term is. Sometimes you have ash on your forehead. Even I know this, and I know very little. And Joe Biden had it. And Kay Burley said the following about him when he showed up for a speech with something on his forehead.
We're waiting for Joe Biden to introduce the president within the next few moments, the vice president, as you said. What's happened to his head? I'm sure that's what everybody's asking at home.
Yes, I don't know. Is a simple answer.
Okay. Looks like he's
maybe we'll
walked
get
into
a chance
door,
to find out a little later.
Yeah, I'm sure that's one of the questions that the networks will be
asking
him.
He's been up in Vancouver for the Winter Olympics. And was the face of the administration there. So whether there was some accident on what little ice there's been up in Vancouver, we don't know. But no doubt as a result of this appearance, we will get an opportunity to ask his spokespeople what the cause of that is.
He's probably been having a go on those tea trays down the luge or something. Certainly looks like quite a bruise, doesn't it? Anyway, never mind, no matter. What we're here to talk about is the US economy and the 1-year anniversary of the signing of the Recovery Act.
You know, I can't tell if this is sarcastic or not. Maybe I just I'm not as dialed in to the British sense of humor on live TV. But has she really no idea what is going on? I thought that there were many people who, again, observe Ash Wednesday in the UK. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. And I think she did apologize or say she didn't mean anything, but bizarre. And it's Sky News, which is the partner of the Fox News channel.
I was very curious as to what that was on his head, though. I did see that.
You saw that and you didn't know?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Coming up next, we'll speak with Michael Dukakis. Please visit our YouTube channel, youtube.com/midweekpolitics.
This is Midweek Politics with Dave Pakman.
This episode of Midweek Politics has been made possible in part by Just Coffee Cooperative, fair trade coffee from around the world roasted daily at justcoffee.coop.